scalability is what really determines success, because we can do some really cool things on one project or two projects with the right team, the right resources, the right tools. But to really scale the change and metabolize it across the org, that's the challenge. For us at RO right now, we're going through our own transformation just in our own scaling as a company. We've quadrupled in size in the last 10 years. So therefore, what got us here isn't going to get us there. And that's a mantra that you'll hear within Rogers O'Brien right now. And that's where we're very focused on optimization. We're very focused on really retooling our organization to capitalize on our next growth cycle. And so it really starts, it's funny, when I came back to RO, a lot of people were like, Todd, yes, he's gonna make us innovative again and like really bring back that spark. And innovation is an outcome. That's an output. It's not an input. It really starts with mindset and being a learning culture. We know at RO that our most valuable asset are our people. We know that. But the most valuable asset that our people can have is their speed of learning. And that's where we put a lot of our focus and investment. And, if we were trying to make an innovation cake and you had to have some ingredients, the ones that I would say you have to have are really first that mindset of curiosity, that there is a better way. And that's really how we define innovation at RO. It's simply a better way. It doesn't have to be some fancy gadget or technology. It could be process related. It could be material related. It can come in many different forms. It could just be a different way of doing something without introducing anything new. It could be a change in steps or procedures. So first, it's simplifying that definition and really it's starting with that mindset and hopefully encouraging everyone in an organization to be curious and seeking a better way. And then you got to have a little courage, right, thrown into that recipe. Sometimes you got to be the one dancing when no one else is, and that's hard. It's you see it a lot actually on projects across not just RO but across the industry. You see these young, driven builders that are like, I have an idea on how to do a better way, but as we all know, we're very risk averse as an industry, and so you see that person dancing alone and they're really onto something. That's where you got to then apply the learning mindset to where someone's being curious and courageous. And that's where, we always say, I mean, this is from Nelson Mandela, he always said, we never fail. We either win or we learn. We never lose. That's what it was. We always win or we learn. And I love that mindset. Now, that doesn't mean we're okay with failure. We hate it. Right. We do not like to lose. But when you can really change that mindset, especially in the culture of your organization, of that, hey, if we really want to be innovative, then we got to first recognize that the price of entry to even ride the roller coaster of innovation is sometimes failure and learning and the speed of learning.
You hit on a couple things there. I love the cake analogy. You got to put those ingredients, and I love that you put curiosity, because to me, that's like, as a non-baker that tries to cook with my daughter once in a while, I realized that you put salt in a lot of things that I didn't understand. I'm like, why would you put salt in this? And I'm like, courage is salt, right? Too much, it doesn't taste right.
You can really learn your lesson, right? Oversalted.
Yep, but forget the salt, and you're like, I don't know, these cookies are just missing something.
Yeah.
Like, it's just kind of a cookie. Like, I don't want to go back for another cookie.
Right.
And I feel like that's probably too much of what many contractors do. Is they might have curiosity and they might have a good mindset, but they really don't have a ton of courage to go ahead and push it forward.
I think it's because they don't know how either, Jeff. And it's one of those things where it's not inherently obvious on how. And one thing we try to do at RO is really one thing that we can relate to or correlate to in our industry is safety. Our jobs are dangerous. And what is our safety practices in construction? Well, it's actually it's to input, it's to create capacity for failure to occur, right? I mean, if you really think about what a good safety program is, it's about creating capacity for failure to occur. We know that someone might fall. Is that yo-yo going to catch them, right? We know a tool might fall off the side of the building. Are we going to have the proper netting or a cocoon system that'll stop and catch it from hurting someone? I always love using the example of like when you're driving on the highway and you go outside of your lane, you hit those rumble strips, you're failing safely.
Yeah.
So if we take that mindset and we apply that to how we can start being innovative in our organizations, you can actually create capacity for these learnings to occur without compromising and creating risk around your business. And
Yeah.
that's it's not intuitive. It's not. These are skills and techniques that we can actually learn from other industries, and I mean even the software industry.